Okay, so hello everyone. Without wasting any time, let's start with this question. The question is Leetcode 976, largest perimeter triangle. So, given an integer array nums, okay, return the largest perimeter of a triangle with a non-zero area formed from three sides of length. Okay, if it is impossible to form any triangle of non-zero area, then we have to return 0. Okay, so basically we have given an array, okay, and in this array, basically the elements of this array are just the sides of triangles, and we have to return the maximum perimeter of a non-zero area triangle. Basically, we have to return the maximum perimeter of a triangle whose area is non-zero. Okay. Yeah. So basically, we have to do two things in this solution. Okay. Our solutions should include two things, finding two things. The first is to find whether the sides which we are choosing in this nums should make a possible triangle. Okay. And the second, we have to find the max perimeter. Okay. Maximum perimeter of the triangle. Okay. All right. So, okay. If you know the basic rule, okay, the very basic rule to find whether the sides which we are choosing from the nums will be making the triangle or not is simply if we're having two sides, let's suppose the sides are A, B, and C. Okay, so the condition should be very easy condition that sum of any two sides, okay, sum of any two sides should be greater than the third side. Okay, so A plus B should be greater than C. Okay. And not only A plus B greater than C, it should be it should be valid for all the three combinations like B plus C should be greater than A and A plus C should be greater than B. Okay. So should follow all these three conditions to make the triangle. Okay. See. So for this, okay, let's not check all three conditions. What we will do in solution, okay, first we'll sort, okay, in increasing, not increasing, we will sort this in decreasing order. Why decreasing order? So that we can get the maximum sides, okay, maximum length sides first. Okay, that's why we'll sort this nums in decreasing order. Okay, so we'll write sort, start again. Nums dot n. Okay, and for sorting this in decreasing order, we have to write an extra function which is greater in and this bracket. Okay, so we have sorted the array, basically the nums in decreasing order. Now we have to choose three sides. Okay, we have to choose three sides. So what we'll do? Okay, okay, see, this is an easy question in Leetcode. Okay, if this question was not easy, which basically this was a medium question, then I think like the conditions, basically the constraints should be small, or we should like we will like we would do an like we would do different solution. Okay, but as this is a very easy question, so what we will doing, like we will just choose three elements. First element, like if this array was sorted, okay, so the elements were like 10 to 1, 1. Okay, I'm writing here. It will be 10 to 1, 1. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll choose like first this, we'll check. Okay, first what we'll do, we'll check this whether this is making triangle or not. Okay, whether this making a triangle or not. Now, if these three sides are making triangle, then we simply what will we will simply return this perimeter. Why? because this will be the maximum perimeter, right? Because the sides which we are choosing are the maximum, right? So as the perimeter is simply sum of sides, so the perimeter will be maximum only. Okay. And if, for example, if this side is not, if this side is, if basically the sides are not making a correct triangle, then we will basically slide this window. Okay, we will. Okay, so 211. We will check now 211. So our solution would be kind of this. Okay, if you're not able to like understood this my point, so if after writing the solution, after writing the whole solution, you will be able to understand the solution. Okay. Okay, so let's write the solution. It will be for, okay, I'm using for loop for and I is equal to 0, I is less than num dot size. Okay, I will use what we are using. If see if nums of see if nums of I, okay, see see nums of I will is basically the biggest among all three. Okay, because this is the first side. Now this should be less than nums of I plus 1. Okay, plus nums of I plus 2. Okay, see now you will be thinking that we are only checking A less than B plus C. Why we are not checking B less than A plus C or like C less than A plus B? Why we are not doing this? See, because nums of I is the biggest size among these three. Okay. Now, if we add nums of I and nums of I plus 1, it will be obviously greater than nums of I plus 2. Why? Because nums of I already is greater than nums of I plus 2. And we are adding any other number in nums of I. Then obviously it will be greater. Okay. So we have to just choose, just check this condition. Okay, just check this condition. Okay, and if this condition is true, just return the perimeter. Okay, and the what is the perimeter? Simply perimeter is nums of I plus nums of I plus 1 and nums of I plus 2. Okay, okay, one thing I forgot. See, we are traversing, we are finding, basically we are iterating over I plus 1 and I plus 2. Okay, so if the index already, if this index is already in last second, like in left, let's say the index is pointing like this element. Okay, so obviously it will be all like this is nums of I, this is nums of I plus 1 and this is nums of I plus 2. Okay, okay, so I don't want that my loop should be go to this index, because if I like the loop, okay, if basically we iterate at this index, so we can like find this index. This will be I plus 1, but there isn't any element to like fit the value of I plus 2 or nums of I plus 2. That's why just we'll write here nums of nums the side minus 2. Okay. And if we are not getting any perimeter, then we will return 0. So I think this should work. Let's see. Okay. See, we have run and we will submit and see. This is accepted. Okay. All right. So if you got like if you are if not okay, not you are, if I am able to making you understood this solution, then please subscribe the channel and like the video. And if you're having any problem in understanding this solution, please comment in like below the video. Okay, and also comment like what should I add or I remove or I should update in my solution style or in my communication style. Okay, because I'm also very new to like making this videos, and my aim like my aim to make this video is just to improve my communication skills, nothing else. Okay, all right then, thank you and bye bye.